Pause.
That is
There you go.
exactly what happened.
Rolling.
Go ahead, call the meeting to order. Kent, would you do roll call, please?
President Roger Slager.
Present.
Dana Schneider, absent. Kent Otto, present. Greg Eckerling, present. Kristen Root.
Present.
Valerie Light.
Present.
City Attorney Renee Caver.
Here.
Greg, if you would lead us in the pledge, if everyone can stand for this.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Please, Kent, right? Minutes.
Make a motion to approve the minutes as new.
We have a motion.
I'll second that.
Second, any further discussion? Those in favor, aye. Aye.
Aye.
Opposed, the same, motion carries. Claims, Tom?
First page, go about a third of the way down, we have, Axiom, and marketing for the train. It's got a few months on here and some video, that they've done, so $10,899. You go to page 2. Towards the top, Indiana Railway Museum, these are for the train rides, that we've done thus far, $9,725. Go down to Krogel. This is all concessions for pool, golf, and the hobby center. $15,390.39. Down towards the bottom, Schmidt Contracting, water valve repairs, for sports complex. If you recall, 4 years ago, this approved, they finally have finished up the last of the valves, got the rest of them in. So here we are. 4 years later, $17,656.25. And then Shank Sod Farm, this is a sod Buffalo Trace, $17,252.80. Sin Energy Fuel, $6,057.62.
Yeah, thanks. Motion to accept the claims.
Take the motion to accept the claims.
We have a motion.
Second.
We have a second. Any further discussion? All those in favor, aye.
Aye.
Opposed, the same, motion carries. Carry over minutes.
Yes, I was the only one without an umbrella. My car. Anyway, even after being closed the 4th of July, man, we had a great month. I still think we would have beat our record. That 4th of July holiday killed us. Turned in our 3rd highest month of the year and to date since I've been there at least. August is off to a crazy start too. I think Casey had a record number at her exercise class on Monday of Golden Go 82, which is crazy. But when you walk out of that parking lot's a death trap because you're gonna get hit with that many people driving in and out. But it's great. It's a good problem to have. I mean, they used to park where we park or like up top, and then they poured rock down below and we parked down there. Now they're running us out down there. It's like we have to start shuttling from Precious Blood, maybe. I don't know. I do have one bus going to Ellis Park on August 22nd, another one going to Derby Dinner on 9/11 in September for the Come From Away. We are starting to see a lot of our grandparents come back that were babysitting over the summer, so that's a big attribute to why our numbers are back up. So many of them stay home and care or take off with the grandkids and go do other things, so take them to the pool. I had so many at the pool this summer. I had 94 at catered meal last month. I think I'm at 110 this month. And other than that, I think we're gonna try to seek quotes for the parking lot. Because yeah, it's crazy.
So we had, in the budget for this year, we had, money, allocated for the parking lots, we've been on pause for everything. Working with mayor and clerk treasurer's office, said if we could come up with, some of the money, some of the funds for it. We could use budgeted money for the rest, so we have, $50,000 that we came up with from Hobby Foundation funds and some other funds. And then $100,000 budgeted money, so, we're hoping that, that falls into what our bids come out to be. So right now, we're just seeking permission to get, bids for the parking lot, at the Hobby Center. This would add 30 spaces, in a drive to get there, so.
So to open them at the next meeting?
Correct. It's 30. So that'd be 30 more spaces. Right now we have like 78 total, so give us 108, might cover most of everything. But that would help out tremendously for those cater meals for 100. Such.
And what kind of money we have available for them?
$150,000. We're hoping that the bids come in under that be able to cover.
So we're looking for a motion to give parking lot bids.
I make that motion.
We have a motion. We have a second. Any further discussion? When would that get to them?
We would hope that we can still get it in this fall. But we'll have to see when the bids come back, how they report it.
So work this through, we're getting permission to get bids in August and September, you're gonna get the bids, we'll accept it in September and you're hoping to go right at it.
We hope to.
That one with specifications.
I have to check with Chad to see, engineering is doing the specs for this, for us, so. I'll make sure that he's got that on there. Got place to get that in this year.
Our bases be southwest corner.
It'll be west of the Hobby Center itself, and then we'll have a path to come up from the parking lot to the basement door where the patio is. We have an elevator inside, so you can still access it, handicap wise.
So you'll be coming in down below.
Correct.
And that door's got a camera on it that we monitor anyway, but that'll help bridge, and then the people that come to the exercise room can come in on the lower level instead of coming in up top.
Any further discussion? If not, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, the same, motion carries. It'd be nice to get that off for a check.
Yes.
Really, but it really would be, talked about that for a long time.
Gary's done a great job with all those, things, growing all this, now it's returned to a place to park it.
It's like, you want people there, but we gotta have a place to put them.
Good job.
If you look at last year, 3,300 is by far the most in July, by over 600 people.
Yeah, we were so close to that. It was for between March and April, so.
Also, Casey was a lot of romances, but it's pretty spectacular too.
I mean, she turned in 501 just in July. She's having like 60,
Yeah,
65.
that's 2 days a week.
Yeah. Yeah, she's crazy.
That's the best.
They love her.
Good.
That's all I got.
And it's amazing there should. David?
All right, so with the tourism facilities, we had really great numbers this month. We started off with the Parklands Prairie Walk and had just under 50 people there. And it's really neat to get to show them the areas that we had burned the previous October. And then we had 2 summer camps come to the tourism facilities. One was associated with one of the schools that had come over the last school year. They had brought a summer camp in, and then we had Kid City USA summer camp come. And the farmers markets were pretty successful for the Alexander Winter Schoolhouse, having that open at the same time. The mill has had really great visitation. It's been pretty steady. And then for the train, we had a sold out Bombers ride. And then we had a second round of the family quick trips that we do. And we weren't really sure how those were going to go. Back in June, if you recall, we had 295 passengers. In July, we had 346. We weren't sure if that was gonna be an issue with our Strassenfest numbers, but just over Strassenfest, we sold out each of our 6 rides. So it did not compromise those rides whatsoever, which is great. And then the barn, the school and the mill also had really good numbers during Strassenfest as well. Me and Mayor just got done leading the Foffenwaller residents on a city tour and took them to the facilities as well as the parklands as well. Those numbers will be on our August reports. And so that ends the month with 2,076 visitors, and year to date stands at 9,273 compared to just 22 less in 2024. So that's all I've got. You have any questions?
Those family quick trips have really turned out nice for us. Jess, I think you would agree that those June trips weren't always that successful, even when you had it. Then, now these family quick trips have been nice, being programmed with, ball tournaments and things at the youth sports complex really works out.
And people want to do things with their kids, but they don't necessarily want to pay for a meal on board for 2.5 hours. You know, a lot of that age group that are coming on the family quick trips can't be boxed into a train for that long. So this gives them that increment of time that they're looking for and that dollar value also that they're after.
I think we found a nice balance between those fall rides where the ride times and these quick trips early on, so.
Perfect. Thank you, Dennis. Good report.
Welcome.
Perfect. Well,
Okay, Buffalo Trace had a busy week or a busy month. 2025 Pro Shop brought in just under 117,000. That was down from last year, just under $6,700. The range for 2025 was $11,689. So our grand total for the was $128,680. Rounds are down a little bit. I just think it's because of the heat. We had some sod come in the last week of July. It looks really looks really good. 11, 12, and 13 went back there. Looks really good. It was very hot that week, as everybody knows. Glad the college guys are still there doing work with us. Other than that, for the year, for the range also, we're over just over 4,000 baskets. So Strassenfest week, not to get ahead of myself, we had a great weekend for Strassenfest. The weather was really good. Just got over $31,000 per weekend for Strassenfest. So that was a good start for August. But of course, that was a good weather that helped a lot. So any questions?
Makes a big difference that sod on the back end too.
Yes, it does.
Yeah.
Makes a really good
We'll
price.
try to do that again next year.
what's the plan? You know, I always tell you when I hear good things, but you know, you gotta be honest, you know, that I hear a lot of negatives on the back thing. The conditions, not that they're our fault, but I hear neighbors. So what's the plan for next year on how to revive what we've got going on?
So we have another $25,000 in the budget for next year. We're going to try to get it a little more ahead of it next year. January, come to you when we start seeking that sod early on. Obviously, there's time that you need to put down that warm season grass at the end of July, but we want to be on that list sooner next year. So we'll
Be more specific, Tom. What is it gonna take to get it to where it needs to be? Is another 20,000 only gonna give us another hole or two, or are we looking at What are we looking at?
Depends on the winter.
Now, it depends on the winter, Ross. I want to know now. I know it doesn't.
And he's saying that the $20,000, what does that get you? That could get you another fairway basically, but not, it's not gonna get you, multiple fairways.
It's not.
We can get maybe one and a half fairways.
Yeah. We've never had a winter like that, kill Bermuda grass like that, of course, ever.
So my question, and I know, but say just what's dead is dead and everything else comes back. Is that gonna take 40 grand to fix it, 60 grand, 80 grand to solve?
It's come,
What would it?
it's come back to about 80 to 90% of what it did, just took longer, the Bermuda has come back, it just took all summer long. It was dead, some of the fairways were 80% dead, but most of it has come back because Bermuda is very resilient grass. We're taking pictures about how it's spread, it has come back very well. It's just the zoysia is done a lot better the winter time and come back quicker in the spring, that's why we wanted to get some of that zoysia instead of.
So that's the plan for the whole back nine.
It really has done
Yeah.
well here, it loves the hot weather, it's done
Yeah.
well here in the last month,
Yeah.
since we talked last, it really has come back, so it's good to see that. Even on soccer, we've seen some improvements, so, it's.
Yeah.
It is, it just depends on, we got a decent winter, it doesn't kill all that, we'll make some better improvements, if we got all that for you to replace again. Then we're, it's tough, glad we got the fund to do it.
So again, I'm gonna ask you if it stays the same, and we don't lose any more. What are we gonna get another $20,000 of just one more fairway? So what does that leave us left?
You got 15, 16, 15, 16, 17, and 18. probably. So we'll probably pull the holes. Ultimately,
We can do it again like we did this year where you can try to concentrate on one fairway and then patch it some on another. So you're not gonna get two full fairways, but you're gonna get one done and then maybe a little bit of something else. But it does help every bit that you can patch it, helps out, so. Those guys work so hard getting that down too. That's a lot of hard work. It's good to have those school kids help with the sound stuff. Everyone can.
So we've got a long way to go even next year.
We do. Gonna keep plugging away at, literally, plugging away at it. Thanks for that.
Okay.
But to look at it from, say, 2 or 3 months ago to now, it looks so much better. Even the Bermuda on the back nine, it's because of the warm season. I mean, we had a really cool spring. Now it really has spread throughout the area on 15, 16, 17, 18, where it's really playable. It's really good.
Well, I think it just hurts, I was with 12 people that came in from out of town last week, and I had to listen to them talk and hey, I don't know if I can go back there next year. That bothers me a little bit.
Yep, that's why I agree.
So we're gonna ask why, how long it's gonna take us to get to where.
Yeah.
It's gonna be.
Front nine
they
was
see good, they see what we've got in 10, 11 will be the same way next year, 12, we've done a lot of improvements, so you see that social go down, that's what it's gonna ultimately be. And that's really good shape, 10 is in good shape, so we're getting there.
It just takes us time to do it. We can.
No, thank you. Anything else you want?
I would just say that next year, we'd like to try to get on a little sooner so that we get on that list earlier, than this year.
The hard part was getting availability of the sod, because people, there's a lot of coaches that wanted some sod because they were in the same position.
The same, yeah.
So, if we start in January, February, at least we can get on this. It's a good thing we've had some big projects, they help, the driving range, they develop that relationship with, them. They get that good sod and get on with this, so it's how kids earlier better. So,
Yeah, no, I appreciate it. Anything else or no? Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
Thanks, sir.
Good work. Rob, quote. For the,
Yeah, last year we did request. Some improvement maintenance on the bridge, it's behind the mill, we're gonna look at bringing some quotes next month is for replacement of the approaches. And possibly the bridge itself is in bad shape, we're gonna look and see what the cost is of approaches there in a lot worse shape. So those two big approaches to that bridge, it's behind the mill, we're gonna bring 3 quotes next month. We'll get some pricing, we have $50,000 to do that, and we're gonna see how far that can go. Those are big timbers that go on that bridge and they're, we're 30 years old now, so something needs replaced and we had it in budget last year. We're gonna try to bring some pricing next month and see where we're at. We're gonna share, do some specs on that, spec package and some quotes back next month.
okay, we need a motion to seek permission, to get quotes for bridge approach.
I'll make that motion.
We have a motion. Do a second, any further discussion? What are we looking at there as far as time frame?
Possibly get it done by the end of the year, I hope. It's just not be contracting, see what possible, if they can do it, if they do it in January, but it's not a big deal to do it in full time, so. Ideally, by spring, it shouldn't take too long, once we get decided who does it. Real long process, it's just get the right material, get it dry, get it right. Preparation for it, so a few days and done, so. Sometime all season.
Okay, any further discussion? Those in favor, aye.
Aye.
Opposed, the same, motion carries.
Yeah, actually, I had one more thing, the next on my list was some auction items, we're gonna, the city's gonna have an auction on September 13th. And, list there, I'd like to get approved for all the auction items. Auction off at that time. So, yeah. That's second Saturday, September 13th.
At 8 in the morning, at the street department.
Okay, we need a motion to have an auction for 2025. Parkation listed below.
We'll make that motion.
We have a motion.
I'll second that.
Second, any further discussion? All those in favor, aye.
Aye.
Both the same, carries. Thanks, Rob. Tom.
Parks update, our parks team has been exceptionally busy, obviously with Straussen Fest, we always have a lot to do. I did want to say that, everybody in the city works very hard, every department to make Straussen Fest a success. Our department is no different, painting everything, they replaced the roof on restroom at JFL Field and restrooms at Daybueler Plaza. They've been painting, pressure washing, getting a lot of stuff done that way. Also the bridge at by the Labyrinth, if you recall, that's one we fixed the bottom section of last year. The big storm that we had this year, some trees landed on the railing. Our guys got those all fixed up before Straussen Fest as well. And continuing to work on the sand volleyball court at Beaver Park with Beartooth Leadership Council. And we just got another load in this week. And today, yeah, so those guys have been out moving that pretty good and trying to stay on top of that. It's gonna be a nice asset out there, addition to that part. But our guys, they just do an exceptionally good job. Every month, and Straussen Fest is always a busy time for our team, so. Also, as Dana mentioned with the Prairie Walk, that is, I'll lead into that. You have close to 50 people out there every year. This is our 4th year for doing it. All these people showing up and want to see how do you maintain this. Roger, I showed you after that one meeting, the section we did this for Stradburn last year. And it makes a huge difference. I know everybody's nervous about it, myself included, about how that's gonna turn out, what it's gonna look like. And it was an exceptional year for all the native plants that are there. Which brings me to, we would like to seek permission to do the Stradburn this year There are 3 locations, so that's in your handout there. 2 of the locations, at the top, run together. There's a path that dissects it, but, these are the 3 sections behind the parking lot, between the ponds and, over by the bridge. We'd like to do all 3 of those sections. I think all in all, it's close to 4 acres. Is that right, Jay? Do you remember?
I have not been involved on this
I
one.
think it's almost 4 acres, on all of that. But, with the same results. So,
Okay, we need a motion to seek permission for a prescribed permit on the 3 areas on this map.
I'll make that motion for the, control burn.
Keith's made a motion.
Second.
Do you have a second? Any further discussion? What would that be?
September, October timeframe, like we did, last year, you know, we got into a bit of a drought. We had to wait till, I think it's closer to October last year, and we finally got some rain. It's a neat process. You guys get a chance to come out, see how that works out. It's pretty impressive. So. Next on the list, okay, sorry,
Yeah,
jumping
no
in.
further discussion, all those in favor, aye.
Aye.
Opposed, the same, motion carries, go ahead.
Sorry, you got excited. We also have, July donations. The Bridge Club was kind enough to, give us $1,000. They use that on Mondays and Wednesdays, and, kind of them to give back, to give us $1,000 for use at the Hobby Center. We'll probably try to put this towards parking lot as well, so.
Okay, we need a motion.
I'll make them.
We have a motion.
I'll second
I
that.
have a second. Further discussion. All those in favor, aye.
Aye.
Opposed, the same, motion carried.
Before Janessa goes, I wanted to give Kylie her certificate now. Or I thought this would be a good time to do that. You got your certificate. Yes, that's what.
Got your speech, okay.
Oh,
Yeah, you're all ready. Kylie's got a big speech, might take 15-20 minutes.
Let me get up behind you.
Thank you.
Yeah, for, service as an appointee, as a student representative on the park board. Gave her certificate just recognizing the fact that she was here routine. I mean, she was present in all the meetings. And
Participant.
and that's a big thing for a student to be involved in something like this. I hope you got a lot out of it. We appreciate you having been.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And I will say along with that, it's a benefit to have somebody that's worked with Janessa all summer and
You should do the picture.
it worked in the park department. Being in this position, it makes a big difference. I think Mayor and I talked about that yesterday, that, you know, the participation that she offers versus, you know, some that we have had. It's just being a part of the park department. It's big,
Yeah,
big.
it's big. She knows what's going on.
Do a whole your certificate. Let's get it.
Just a second. I'm sure I'll get one good one. out of it.
Kylie, good luck at Purdue University. You've done a great job and we appreciate the time and effort you put here. So any comments or you're all good? You're all good. Thanks, Kylie, again. Appreciate it. Good luck. Boy, Lord. Janessa.
Bet that tasted like vinegar.
Oh.
Not fired.
I've now heard him say it like 3 times since he's been here. That's what I'm saying. Okay. I have, or you have in your packets, the rentable facilities reports, along with the Pooch's Playground memberships, going steady, keeping standard, Riverwalk shelter houses. I mean, most of the time, I know those numbers, if you look at them, they're kind of low. A lot of people do those at the first come, first served. It's not like they're not being used, so I don't want you guys to ever think that. A lot of people think there's 4 down there, so I'm gonna take my chances. If one's not available, I'm sure another one is, so. I meant to say that last couple times, cause I know you see like a lot of zeros there, but don't think that the space isn't being utilized, cause it is. But Parklands, in Hobbit Center, you know, they do well. It's train season now, so, you know, those depot rentals aren't as much because it's occupied by train rides, so. Just the normal and the standard, but I did want to make that point about the Riverwalk. Any questions? Sweet, okay. And then I have, of course, the July pool report. Normally in years past, because last month you saw that we do May and June together. In years past, we would then do July and August, but because we're open 2 weeks later. This year, we thought August would just kind of have its own report, since we still have a weekend to go and tonight is the meeting. So, we'll just have July's numbers here. Just like last time, I think the numbers speak for themselves. You can see the money at $95,000, and the swimmers in July, you know, from 6,000, 7,000 in years past the old pool to 13,000 at the new pool. We did have some weather hit us in July. We did have to close a few days early, due to either lightning delays or the actual, you know, raining too hard that you couldn't see, you know, the bottom of the pool. So that did happen a few times, but all in all, things have been going really well. Even this past weekend, I pulled up the cameras, and very good numbers this past weekend. I was there Friday evening with my girls. We were open 4 to 9. And I couldn't believe people just kept coming in, and I finally was like, okay, girls, it's 7 o'clock. There's a lot of people here. Who wants to go to McDonald's? But it was great. So anxious to see. We got some calls today asking about our hours this weekend. So, this is our final weekend. We close on Sunday for the season. So see how it goes. Behind you, are some pictures, from the final twilight, that Tom was able to snap. Over 500 people that we had in the facility, not in the pool. In the facility, it was tremendous. The theme was Christmas in July, so the lifeguards are wearing Santa hats and different things. We decorated. It was the best. We did presents. For a drawing, you got to pick a present from underneath a tree. It was great. The line, if you look in front of the wall, went all the way past the park. So I think by the time we got everybody in that whole line, it was about 8:30 or so. Took us about a half hour to get everybody in. But
Photo credit, Brad.
that Brad dropped off his kids and
He said, I didn't know that sidewalk we put on the north side of the pool was the ticket line.
so it went all the way to the guardrails at the park. So it was tremendous. All of our twilights were heavily attended. So I mean, this was by far our biggest, but all of them had really great numbers. So very happy.
Would you ever have any additional, like Twilight Suns, or just can't because of quarters?
Would absolutely love to. I hope that is portrayed, that every other is not necessarily by choice. I would love to have it every week like we used to years ago with the old facility. Staffing is just difficult. Very difficult. So
We budgeted for it, staff wise for next year to have one every Wednesday. So if we can get to that point, it'll do well.
right.
We know it'll do well. It's not, it's just being able to staff it. So.
Definitely want to do more, want to go back to things like that, going every week. I gotta get the staff to do it.
Yeah.
And so any and all promotion help that you can give, send them my way. So
I tell you what, the amount of time that our people have spent over there at the pool, this year, just trying to make sure everything is gone well. I know I say it every time, but I couldn't be more proud of our team, everything they've done to keep that going. And, whether it's Friday night at 4:30, we're sitting there trying to figure out how we're gonna open the pool the next day because of lifeguards. Or how to keep a pool open, all those challenges, but we faced every one of them. And there's a lot to be said about them.
Exactly. For sure.
Any lessons learned this year?
Oh, for sure. Absolutely. Every day, yeah,
Any capital improvements that need to be made? You guys have been in it a year now. If there's stuff that needs to be brought up, now it's time to bring it up.
Yeah, and we've got a list, we're talking with Pearson about, that we may be able to work with some of the money that's already set aside for. That we may add on to, we've got a wish list that we've given her, so. That may be brought to RDA to get approved. Here in about a month or so.
right. We've also got the list of things that have to be corrected by the contractor and stuff and different things, and that's all in game plan too. So I mean, we're going in the right direction, but definitely learned and made notes and still making notes, but looking forward to having the time to do all that.
Yeah, after the season, they still. It was rushed to open, so there are a lot of things on the punch list that they're gonna have to check off here, see after the season. So. And they know. They've been in constant contact with them.
Yeah.
Jeff Justice does a great job with paper. As a liaison between the both of us. Doing Tabor Owens and the city.
Right. Well, I think it helps too that I think he really does care about us.
Oh, he does.
So
He does.
I really think it helps a lot to have him on our side, through and through, so. Looking forward to it, I mean, and looking forward to having the time, to do a lot of things that we didn't necessarily get to do because we were just trying to get it open, so.
Sounds like the biggest opportunity is labor. Is it gonna be the same as next year, or are we gonna have that issue, or?
Well, we had 10, 15-year-olds.
We had 10, 15-year-olds this year, which was tough.
16 next year.
Yeah.
Hopefully they come back. No, I hope so.
Yeah, and could use some more,
Yeah.
definitely could use some more, bodies, so, I mean, definitely no less than what we had, but more would be great.
So Chris, to your point, with the lifeguard, when you got 10, 15-year-olds, that takes them out of twilight swims. Because they can't work past 9 o'clock.
And they can't work more than 8 hours a day.
Or 8 hours a day, 40 hours a week, so. That hurts you.
Labor laws.
Yeah. If you will have, I am proud of some of those kids who are up against it, and you're saying, listen, you're done at this time today. I could work longer, no, you can't.
Yeah, the 15-year-olds are the ones that wanna pick up the shifts, and we're
Yeah.
like, yeah, you can't.
And as proud as I am for doing it, you just can't.
Yeah,
Well, I won't tell if you don't. Well, that doesn't work. Yeah.
don't worry, we got it. So,
Well, hearing nothing but great things, so congratulations, team and city on a great job. Well done.
thanks.
So we had May and June were 16,000, right? And then this is 13, so you're at 29. I know, snuck into August, we went over the 30,000 mark, so,
Oh, for sure.
so you'll see that.
Yes.
Thanks.
Thank you. The economics of work as you thought, I mean.
Yeah.
Think we'll keep the same pricing next year, or?
Yeah, we'll definitely keep the same pricing, the renting of the facility will definitely change. It's something that we just had the opportunity to address and thought of. We got more employees, so it's gonna cost more for them. But I think it was good pricing to get in, it's affordable. We can keep it, maintain the cost effectiveness of it. Chemicals cost a little more than what we had anticipated, but A lot more than we had anticipated, but a lot of that's the number of people that are showing up. You know, that many bathers, that drives your chemicals, so. I think we're definitely better than what we were. Economically, when you look at the price of it, I don't know if we'll ever really make money with the pool, but, Roger looks very as much. How's that?
A good report. It's Jasper's all done, and the test of everything, that's, yeah. It's so the swimming pool there. Renee, Cameron.
So I'm very excited and happy to report that we received bids on every one of the Camp Carnes properties. And they were all either equal to or above the floor that was set by our appraisals. So as of last week, we mailed out all of the paperwork to the potential buyers, and over the course of the next several weeks, we will be working with them in the event that they want things like title insurance or to take a look at the property and go out there. But then we will be scheduling closings. So hopefully within the next 30 to 60 days, those properties will all be transferred to their new owners, and the city will no longer have part of Camp Carnes.
Good news. Yes. Been working on that for a while.
A little while.
Any other old or new business? Okay, no. Hold on.
Anything about the individual one?
Come on.
I just wanted to come up and recognize that, Tom mentioned it, but during Strassenfest, we had nothing but praise given to our facilities. They were in top-notch shape. People coming in from the outside and they look at what Jasper's all about, Roger, you just said, that's the way we do it here. And we do it well. But it takes a lot of extra behind the scenes, and I know that. I know there are people here that put in additional time, were called in at different times than when they were off work, Jay. And made things happen. You know, the monument down at the train depot, that was no small undertaking, and to get that milestone monument with the Poffenweiler people, that was a great addition to the whole series of amenities that we have down there. So I just want to say thank you to the park department specifically for all they did, the cleanup work, getting the picnic tables out, you name it. There's just so much behind the scenes work that's done. Every department does. But specifically, I did want to mention that there were some people I think went over and above during the busiest time of the year, Janessa. Dana went with me on a tour with the Poffenweiler people. She did the tour. I just went with her, basically. And those people were so thankful, and they felt like they learned so much in that period of time. They wanted to make sure that I passed on compliments in the way that was done, because the content of the tours, it's everything they wanted to hear. They want to know about these items and how we do things. We have a lot that they don't have, being a much smaller town, but they look to us. They look to us as being their, not just the sister city, but their big brother. You know, they look to us to show them the way, and I tell you, that means a lot. The Burgermeister of Poffenweiler stayed here for an additional week. He just loves the community. He loves what's going on here. Loved the swimming pool, what they saw there. Loved every park that he went to. I'm telling you that several of them at our anniversary celebration came up to me and said, if they could, they would live here. But you know, they have their retirement set up, and there's a social system, and it's not really possible for them to do that at this point. But that's a great compliment to everyone. I just want to pass that on to you. And thank you all for all you do.
Thank you.
Kylie, thank you. Thank you for being a part of it, okay?
Thanks for the kind words, man.
Yes.
Great job. Anything else for the good of the group? If not, we need a motion to adjourn.
I'll make the motion.
Leave a motion. In the second, all those in favor, aye.
Aye.
Opposed, the same. Congratulations.
Thank you.